remember when we were friends. 99, 2008, 2011. It's all over now. Manchester United are set for the Europa League once again. Trips to Romania, trips to Belarus, all around Europe for lots of fun. But anyway, that's enough of the Champions League talk. Let's talk about the full-time review for Manchester United on Full Time Devils with me, the main man. It's Squawker Dave, of course. Let's get to it. Let's first talk about the result. Obviously, Manchester United lost 3-0. Goals coming from Dele Alli, Toby Alderweireld, and of course, Eric Lamela. The result leaves Manchester United 5th in the Premier League table, 4 points behind Manchester City, sitting on 57 points. For me, that's potentially the Champions League race is over. City are looking very strong in the latter stage of the season. De Bruyne coming back from injury, Aguero scoring and assisting lots of goals. So I think it's probably Louis van Gaal and Manchester United's time to write this season off. Anyway, let's move on to the 3 talking points of the game, the thing that everyone has turned up for. Anyway, number 1. Manchester United made a number of tactical decisions that were incorrect in the game. For me, they started off, their midfield was a little bit wrong. We've seen a lot of success of late of playing one holding central midfielder in Michael Carrick, and again we reverted for the 2 holders, with Jess Lingard sitting ahead. Yes, it worked, in terms of the pressing. Jess Lingard was pressing quite well from the top, but it was a single press. Before we were having Morgan Schneiderlin and Jess Lingard pressing from the front, putting the opposition under pressure. We saw last season in the crucial game in February again against Tottenham, we played a 3-man midfield with 2 players pressing and then Carrick sitting in behind. We should have gone with that again. Look to hit them on the counter-attack. That's why Spurs have looked a little bit weak this season, breaking again down their flanks. Their fullbacks push up really high. If you can attack that area, if we could have got the ball to Anthony Martial more than we did, or even when Ashley Young came on, get the ball to him on left wing. Obviously, he was brought on up front, which was absolutely ludicrous, crazy, stupid decision. In a way, kind of cost us the game. We lacked a physical presence, we lacked pace up top. If Martial had gone up top, maybe he could have brought the players into play. Obviously, Alderweireld has been excellent this season, but Vertonghen was coming back from injury. If we tested him, tested his physicality, tested his strength, tested his pace, really gone at him, it could have been an avenue for United to attack. But for me, it just all went wrong. Again, for Louis van Gaal, making the wrong decisions at the wrong time. I need to stop talking about this because it's annoying. Right, on to the positives of the game. Let's talk about it right now. Of course, it is one man, and that is Timothy Fosu-Mensah. What an absolute hero. Usually I don't watch Match of the Day when United lose. I don't want to see it again, but I even turned it on, flicked it on just to see Fosu-Mensah's performance in the first half and in the half of the second half. Absolutely incredible display. Playing against one of the best attacking players in 2016 in Christian Eriksen. Eriksen's created more chances than any other player in the Premier League in this calendar year. But what Fosu-Mensah did so well against him was to get tight to him. When Eriksen was drifting inside into that lovely little 10 slot, he was shutting him down, he was crunching him, getting very physical with him. I think he only got done on one occasion where Eriksen got the ball shifted out very quickly, played a 1-2 with Danny Rose, and Danny Rose got across him. But apart from that, Fosu dominated him. The other great parts of Fosu's games was just last-ditch tackles, time and time again. This United defence is so weak that an 18-year-old is holding it together. Look at the block on Harry Kane after some good play down the Tottenham left-hand side. Fosu-Mensah dropping into a natural sort of centre-half position and closing that shot down and stopping a definite goal after David De Gea came out and fluffed it a bit, flapping with the cross. He obviously should have been criticised for that a bit more on all analysis around the globe. And then the second one, the Kyle Walker covering over from right back again, showing his pace, showing his power and putting a tackle in when it mattered. Fosu's got to be in there, he's got to get a long-term deal for me. He's got to be starting right back for the rest of the season and for the next few years to come. It's crazy that he's not been in the team before this. He has the talent, he has the composure going forward. And basically, it's another questionable Louis van Gaal sort of decision. You've seen Darmian all season struggle, and that moves quite nicely on to the third point, and that was Darmian. What an absolute stinker that lad had. He was poor since he came on. The goal obviously coming down his zone. It was sort of what I thought would happen in the game. It was a game of high-octane pressing where it was difficult for teams to get a foothold in the game because the forward players were pressing the defenders, so they were clearing the ball a lot. What happened in that sort of move there was a bit of a battle. The two United centre-backs got drawn in. But I'm not too worried about that. There's players that can cover those positions. We have 2 defensive midfielders in there that could have easily dropped back and covered those positions, which they didn't. But the ball broke to Christian Eriksen, and Darmian gave him far too much space. You've got to be touch tight with a player like Christian Eriksen, like Timmy was in the first half. You've got to get to him, you've got to crunch him, you've got to tackle him, you've got to get in his face. And Darmian just stood back, let him cross the ball. Dele Alli exposed at the back, slots it away. Look at the second goal. Who's made the mistake again? Again, it's Darmian. What a stupid tackle. Stay on your feet. Why are you diving in there to Harry Kane in that situation? Obviously, Rojo, what was he playing at from the corner? The ball got whipped in, didn't even jump. You know, I've already criticised Rojo last week. I'm going to criticise him again this week. I don't understand why he's in that team. Quite like to see Darmian at left back. I feel with Darmian as well as a bit. Obviously, he did come on. He just didn't look fresh. He didn't look ready to go. It looked like he was sitting back, chilling out on a Sunday afternoon when he should have been ready to play at any moment. And again, the third goal came from Darmian's side again. Didn't stop, didn't block the cross, didn't get close to his man. And just a terrible display from the Italian international. I still like him. I think he's a good squad player. You know, he can play centre back, can play left back, can play right back. He's a good utility man. He could probably do a job at defensive midfield. But for next season, the two fullbacks, it's going to be Luke Shaw and it's going to be Timmy. And that is going to be, you know, that's two of the young best fullbacks in world football that we can see there at Manchester United. Get Chris Smalling in there at centre half, and we need one more centre back. And then we're laughing. We've got a decent back four, but there's been times this season where it's been comical, been absolutely comical, and the defensive shape has been all wrong. But anyway, that's been it for the 3-point review. If you want to see more on my Timmy Fosu-Mensah analysis, go over to Dave Talks. I spoke about him for 6 whole minutes because I love the fella so much. Anyway, jump over there just to check that out. Right, it's that time again. It's time to check out what the rest of the United YouTube channels have done this weekend.
Hey everyone, it's Mr. Flying Pig, aka Fat Totty here for the Full Time Devils YouTube channel. Always a pleasure getting involved with the Full Time Devils and loving this new format.
Just wanted to chat a little bit about Timothy Fosu-Mensah, and although we haven't seen him much in the senior squad, whenever he's featured, we've seen glimpses of his quality.
Just wanted to have a little chat about what's going on at Manchester United right now. We're currently 4 points behind Manchester City. They've got a couple of big games to finish their season off. Are they capable of getting that 4th spot, or can Manchester United mount a serious challenge for the top 4?
He's got strength, aggression, pace, power, and conviction in that defensive area, as well as showing that creativity and adding and providing an extra level of dynamism in attack.
The game against Tottenham was very Louis van Gaal-esque, that classic style of football that we've played most of the season long. I don't see it changing between now and the end of the season. Should be attacking, should be going for it when you need to win games, and we're just not doing that at the moment.
Whether it be drifting in centrally or overlapping on the right-hand side, he's shown quality as an 18-year-old. Almost reminds me of a Luke Shaw, and I feel like if we can keep them fit both on the left-hand side as well as the right-hand side, I think we can really see a promising fullback flanking attack for years to come. And hopefully that's the case, especially when we really have trouble in offense this season.
Pretty disappointing, but there we are. We've still got hope. City can still slip up, but Manchester United have to be there to capitalise. We've just got to win games.
Thanks again, that was some excellent content from around YouTube talking about Manchester United. Now, it's your guys' turn. It's time for the 3-word review from Twitter. Let's go. Well, some absolutely brilliant 3-word reviews. My favourite's got to be Timothy Fosu-IMMENSAH. Great banter, lad. Anyway, moving on, it's time for Charlie's Chatter.
The 2 points on this week's Charlie's Chatter are the top 3 in La Liga, and after a disappointing result against Tottenham Hotspur, the emergence of Timothy Fosu-Mensah. Despite Barcelona losing at the weekend to ex-Manchester United manager David Moyes' ex-side Real Sociedad, I still tip them to go on and win La Liga. Real Madrid are now 4 points off Barcelona, and because Old Trafford favourite and my favourite player of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo, is at Real Madrid, I would like to see him do well. With 6 games to go, I'm predicting that Barcelona will be able to hold their nerve at the top of La Liga and claim the La Liga crown yet again. There's only really one positive from the 3-0 defeat against Tottenham, and that's Timothy Fosu-Mensah. He's amazing. The lad goes forward with confidence and makes game-saving tackles. I can't wait to see what the future holds for young Tim, because I feel that he will be a rock in this Manchester United team for years to come. Timothy has played immaculately as a right-back and as a centre-back, but I'd like to see him next to Chris Smalling as a centre-half. What a partnership that is. Timothy is another great youth prospect from our academy, and it shows that our academy most definitely isn't dead.
Cheers, Charlie. Excellent chatter as always. Now, we thought Adam McCullough had gone on holiday. but he loves the mic so much. He's been in Goa, he's been talking to some United fans over in India, the MUSC Goa United Supporters Club. Over to you, Adam.
Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam, I'm here with Brendan. We're in Goa in India where we've just watched Manchester United lose against Spurs 3-0. They started off so well as well. I'm here with Corin. Corin, what do you make of it?
I think we were unlucky for a long time. I think we passed the ball. It's okay. We didn't win the first ball. We couldn't string to get 3 or 4 passes, but I think we were in the game.
We could have nicked it as well, or maybe 0-0, but that was unfortunate.
That Anthony Martial chance when he ran through. I had memories of Liverpool when he scored on his debut. I think we're lacking a leader out there, someone to put their foot on the ball and drag us through the shit.
Yeah, exactly. Dembele, classy player, but still he holds Tottenham's midfield. We don't have that player.
Is that it now for our top 4 hopes? Do you think we've still got a chance? Has the defeat today just totally knocked it, or?
Yeah, I think that's done and dusted. We won't get top 4. I cannot see Man City slipping with Kevin De Bruyne back.
Ashley Young up front, Memphis sitting on the bench. In pre-season we saw Memphis up top with Rooney. What is wrong with Louis van Gaal and Memphis? When he came, you seem to think he's going to put his arm around him.
I think he's getting a bit desperate with his job now. He's trying new ideas. It's not working for him clearly.
Why do you think the manager didn't change? Do you think he was happy with 0-0? And do you think that's the problem with United at the moment?
I think he doesn't think quickly enough, like Pochettino. Just change it up and freshen things up a bit.
Van Gaal gone now?
I think so. I think we are waiting for the FA Cup maybe. It's another tough game there. I don't really have much hope for that game.
Who's your man on that? Fosu. Has to be Fosu, right? Brendan, thank you for having me here today. Thanks for the hospitality. Guys, check out MUSC_Goa on Twitter. Follow them. And if you're ever here in Goa, in India, then come and watch a game with them. It's the place to be.
Well, you know, Adam McCullough loves the mic. Thank you to the wonderful guys over in Goa. That was some brilliant analysis. But anyway, that's been it for today. That has been the full-time review. Thank you to Charlie. Excellent chatter as always. Thanks to all the United YouTube channels that got involved. Anyway, FA Cup, big game on Wednesday. If United win that, there's a trip to Wembley and it can save the season. But that's been me. I've been Squawker Dave. Subscribe to Full Time Devils. Comment in below. What did you think of the game? How good was Timmy? And that's a wrap. See you later.
Welcome to Points of View, where we head balls and guess comments. So this week we'll be trying to guess that blank in your comments.